Hey guys, I'm Jeremiah with Steps Pressure Washing and More, and today I want to talk to you about my 1-year review of Housecall Pro. So we have been with Housecall Pro for a little bit over a year now. I started it in July of 2024, and we actually went live with it on August 1st of 2024 as well. So here we are. I've had a good 12 solid months of using Housecall Pro as my CRM and as really what I would say is my general hub for my entire operation. So when I started doing Housecall Pro, I felt like I was at the point where my business was going to go much bigger than it had ever been. I could feel getting through that spring that I was losing control of my business, just doing everything with, my phone contacts and notepads and Google calendars and having too many things going on at once. And I was correct. So in the past 12 months, we have actually done the same revenue as we did in the 48 months before that. So our first 4 years compared to our just previous 12 months, we're about the same in revenue. I was losing control of the business because I just had too many things going on and too many clients to contact and too many things to keep up with, and who were they and where was their address. And I felt like it just seemed right. And looking back, I wish I had done it earlier, but I'm going to talk to you guys today about a few of my favorite things that Housecall Pro has done for my business while we've been growing so quickly. I do want to say before we get too far into it, there is a link in the description below that is my affiliate link. We are affiliated with Housecall Pro, so make sure to check that out for a free 2-week trial to see if Housecall Pro is something that you would like to use in your business. Number one, I would say having everything all in one spot. Everything all in one spot has been an absolute game changer for me as I've been getting busier. So being able to just take that phone call from a client and say, sure, let me get a little bit of information from you, get their name, address, phone number, email, whatever you guys need for your records to create that customer profile right there in the app. And then while you're on the phone with them, you go ahead and create that estimate. And if they want to book it, you just book it. And if they aren't ready to book, and if they're just checking prices, all you have to do is send that estimate over to them and say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and forward this estimate to you. That way you can look back on it. And then what they get is they get a very nice professional estimate that they can look back to, and they can see that this is coming from a company that kind of is got their stuff together. And that helps when you are on the go, or you're on the move, or you're on the ladder, or whatever you guys are doing. You get that call, you build the profile all at the same time, and then it's all that one spot. So if you're ready to go ahead and book them, you just book them. If you're not, that estimate gets created. You can come back to your estimate spot on the app, and you can find out, okay, what do I still need to schedule? And if you need to schedule something, you just give them a call and say, hey, I see that you've approved your estimate. Let's go ahead and get you on the calendar. I absolutely love how all of the communication with the client is all in one spot as well. So I'm not looking for what that client's name was, what that customer's phone number was. I no longer save clients' phone numbers or email addresses into my personal phone. I have it all in the app, so I can access their information across all of my platforms, whether it's my personal phone, my work phone, or my laptop. I can communicate with the customer right away. And if I were to hire an office manager to handle this, all I would have to do is give them a password, create a login information for them, and they have access to everything as well as I would. So that's super cool to me. I absolutely love that no matter where I am, my client's information is accessible to me. If I drop my phone off of a ladder, that's okay. All I have to do is remember my password and I'm in. And that's on any of my devices. So I love having everything in one spot. And I can tell you 4 years of having the notepads and the Google Calendar and 7 different apps running my business, having it down to one saves so much time and so much headache, and it was so much easier in the past 12 months while I'm growing, while I'm going nuts, and while I've got 3 to 4 jobs a day during the spring. I was going non-stop. And having the app handling everything, all I had to do was open the app, where's my next job, and I click a button and it lets the customer know I'm on the way. And then it pulls up the Maps app on my phone so that I can get to the next house. And when I'm done with that house, I just hit finish job, I can send the invoice, they can pay online, and I'm off to the next one. And it's just so fluid. And they really did a good job of saying, if you are out in the field, what's going to help you run easier, smoother, and more efficient? And they absolutely nailed that down, having it all in one spot and all absolutely user-friendly. Text blasts. So this is something that I never really thought was going to be a huge part of my marketing strategy. But this year we launched window cleaning as our third service. And what we found was, you've got a couple hundred clients already in your database. You can do a quick text blast out. And I got back such a great response on that it's definitely something that I'm going to be using in the future. But now here's the fun part. I don't want to be one of those companies that's always texting their clients. Like, I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to spam you out. I don't want to deal with those companies, so I don't want to be one of those companies. So I just have it as an add-on. You can add on different services that if they're not included in your package, and you don't have to have it added on forever. So I added on the text marketing function to the app, and I think it was $50 for the month. And I just used it for the month and canceled it. And for a 1 month charge, all I had to do, go in, figure out who I wanted it to go to, who I didn't want it to go to. I created a list. This is who I want to market window cleaning to, and send. I got back about 4 automatic responses for window cleaning, people saying, yes, we're ready. But then what I also got later throughout the week, I was getting people contacting me saying, hey, I'm actually ready for gutter cleaning. Hey, I'm ready to have my house washed again. Can you go ahead and come out? And I was not just getting in front of the clients about the service I was trying to sell, but I was also getting out in front of the clients that hadn't seen me in a little while, and they were ready for me to come out and do the service that I had done before. And it was just one more way to generate revenue and leads and keeping in contact with your clients without being annoying. So I'm actually planning on doing another text blast this October, where I'm just going to send it out like right before Halloween and say, hey, we're booking up on our gutter cleaning schedule. If you are ready to get your gutters cleaned and you want to go ahead and reserve your place in December, reach out to me. I'm going to go ahead and get you on the books, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to turn that function on for 1 month and then use it to communicate with my clients and push something that is absolutely useful to them, but it also saves me the time and effort of having to go through and text every single one of the customers like I used to do and spend a whole morning trying to get these text messages out there. And instead, it'll take me half an hour and I can have everything I need done, text message sent out, and I can go back to work. But this is also something that I really like, not just about the text blast part, is so many of the functions, if they're not included in your current package, you can add them on as kind of an a la carte. So if you wanted to try really any of the options that are not provided in your current package, and you say, well, I really just want to do this right now, you can try it. And if you don't like it, it only costs you the 1 month of using that service a la carte rather than having to change your package altogether. Also with Housecall Pro, it has those tiers. We love the tiers. And so if you are a small guy out there doing just a few jobs a week and you want a nice streamlined, maybe you're just doing this part-time, you got a full-time job, and you need something to streamline this and make this operation as smooth as possible, you can get in on that entry level, that basic plan. And then as your business grows and you need those extra services, you need those extra parts of the program, all you have to do is upgrade to the next level. And boom, there you go. But you don't have to get that max plan right away. Me personally, I don't have any employees. Having no employees, there's a lot of functionality in Max that just doesn't work for me. But that is part of my strategic plan, is eventually having employees and having those employees running their own trucks. And I can monitor where they are. I can monitor what they've done. I can monitor their communication with the clients to make sure that they are meeting my expectations on the communication with the clients. And as the admin, I can see all of that. So as I go along, if I need to upgrade, I can then upgrade to where I'm doing a bit more of the office manager role while I have employees out there. And I love that I can grow with Housecall Pro. Housecall Pro has so much room for me to grow into as a business that I'm super comfortable where I am right now, and I'm really comfortable knowing that as I grow, I can continue the full functionality of Housecall Pro. So, love that. One very small but mighty addition to this, I will actually say that we have made a significant increase in revenue by the tipping function on Housecall Pro. It is wild how many people tip when paying through the link compared to writing a check or handing me cash. So the ones that I send a link to pay online, I would say about 60% of them have tipped doing this function. And some of these jobs, I've gotten a 15% tip on a $1,000 house wash. And having that happen just automatically boosts the revenue. It's insane how much I'm getting tips on these things. And now, again, I can't guarantee you're going to see a 60% tip rate. That's kind of between you and your client. If you do an outstanding job, they may feel compelled to tip you. And I love that they have the option, and I love the way that Housecall Pro presents the tipping feature while they're paying online. And I would say that has just really been nice. Those little surprise and delight, here's a tip. And I've even seen some people who use Housecall Pro and other CRMs that say it's almost like getting a free CRM because they're getting more tips. And they're getting more tips that are more than what their CRM costs. So definitely really enjoying that CRM function and the ability to send out those estimates as soon as I'm off the phone with somebody, because it's already made and it's right there and it's ready to go. To say that having Housecall Pro as part of our business and a huge part of our back office now has changed my business is a drastic understatement. Having Housecall Pro this last year as our business has really escalated to that next level was an absolute game changer. I don't think I would have been able to do this and continued to push to grow because I had such a great system to keep everything rolling, to keep everything going and everyone happy. So my clients were constantly getting that communication of Jeremiah is going to be coming out tomorrow. Jeremiah is on his way out to you right now. Thank you so much for using our service. If you have a few minutes, here's a link to our Google review page. And we have also, in the past 1 year, we didn't just double our revenue for our total time in business, we also doubled our reviews on Google. So it wasn't super impressive what we had, but for the fact that we were able to continue to get those reviews constantly because there's an automatic review reminder after the job is done. So we've doubled our reviews in the past year, which I was like, hey, this is great. But then I realized we've also doubled our revenue. So the past 12 months of reviews was the same as the previous 48 months of reviews. So it kind of coincided with the revenue bump, but it has been wonderful having that just automatically. You know, those are definitely another surprise and delight is I will be sitting on my couch and I'll get a little ding on my phone. So-and-so left you a 5-star review. That's like awesome. It's icing on the cake. But a lot of times I won't even make it home, and I'll get a ding on the phone on the way home, and it says so-and-so gave you a 5-star review, because I'm getting in front of them right after the service happened, right when it's fresh in their mind of, that was a really great experience, or that guy did a great job, he was super professional, and I love how my house looks right now. And then their phone goes off right away. Would you like to leave them a 5-star review? Of course they would. They're super happy right now. In 2 weeks from now, it's not going to be top of mind. And that was what I was running into a lot, was when I was busy or I had a lot going on at home, I was not sending out the review reminders like I should. So I love having it automatic. Everything, that communication with the clients, either the automatic or the manual communication where they'll send me a message and they'll ask me a question, it's all in the same spot. And all I have to do is open my laptop in the morning. I see what I'm doing for the day. I can see the communication with the clients. I can talk back and forth as I need to, take phone calls. I run 2 phones. One's in my hand doing the video right now. The other one's right here. So when I get that work call, I automatically open up the Housecall Pro app on my personal phone, and I start building their estimate right there with them. And it has been so smooth, and highly recommend them to anybody out there who is in a home services business. And there again is a link in the description below for a 2-week free trial, or just to check them out, see what they have going on. But anyone out there who is looking for a CRM, I highly recommend Housecall Pro. Now, I'm going to put a quick disclaimer here at the end of the video. I don't use all of the features on Housecall Pro. Some of them just don't work for my business. It's definitely one of those things where there's so many different features that there's too many things for one guy to use all of them. I'm sure that there's someone out there who uses every feature of this app, but I'm not that guy. I've tried a lot of different things on the app, and I've really just kind of shaved it down to what I need for my business, and that works for me. There's a lot of unused features in the app, but for someone else, those features that I don't use might be their game changer. So I love that there's so much to this, that there's so much that I don't use. So I would definitely say, check them out. They're worth a try, and I really, really, really can't say enough good things about it. Now, if you had asked me in the first year, did I need a CRM when I was doing 2 jobs a month? Probably not. I definitely had a bad start when I started out. My second year was a very slow start as well, so there was a lot more money going out than there was coming in. So having a CRM at that point probably wouldn't have helped me, because I could remember the one job that I was doing this week. And when my business got to the point where I was doing multiple jobs a day rather than multiple jobs a month, it was absolutely necessary. And if you are getting into anything resembling the busy season for your industry, I think that it would be a good idea to go ahead and get it started now. So if you are in the gutter cleaning industry, getting this started in August or September, that way it's ready to go, ready to roll. Same thing with Christmas lights, before you get into your busy season. That way you can focus all of your time and energy and effort when it's time to market and get out there and get new clients and grow your business. You're not trying to keep track of what the heck am I doing today. All right, well, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and y'all be safe out there.